Today we are talking about the 10 do nots in marriage.
Oh my gosh!
And now for the main event you've all been waiting for. It's time for the topic of the day!
Oh my gosh, the topic of the day is here. Julian, you just said the 10 do nots of marriage. What the heck do I know about marriage, Julian? I'm not married yet. I'm not married yet. I will be soon, though, in the name of Jesus. But, Julian, you are, so you have a little bit more experience here. But it's probably the 10 do nots just generally, I'm sure. You can utilize this in any one of your relationships, man and female, right?
Yes,
Okay,
that
cool.
is correct.
So let's get into it, Julian. You're going to facilitate this one. You are in control.
Okay, here we go. So these are the 10 do nots of marriage. I'm going to say what they are, and me and Dax are going to expound a little bit upon the subject matter.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So check it out. Number one, that I've got here is for the ladies. Never call your husband a little boy. Okay?
That's a big no-no, y'all.
Now, Dax, what is it about being called a little boy that you think sets men off?
You know, men, I think, are built with a warrior spirit, okay? If you go back to the men of old in the biblical times, these were men that used to fight bears and lions. You know, you can look at David, you look at Samson, manly men. And we've always been given this image, I feel, in the old times, even in like the Western times, of strong men that provide and lead. And, you know, I'm not saying you can't be emotional, but... That's something innate in the man, and God has given that, right? So when you call him a little boy, now don't get me wrong, there is a responsibility that men have to uphold. So if you are playing video games at home all day while your wife is at work, and you're a little boy, but if you're a man doing his job and you're leading the home and you're doing what God has called you to do, and then in an argument your wife says, you're such a little boy.
Don't do that. Don't do
that. And he emasculates the man so much. And woman, if you want to build a man up, say, you're such a manly man.
Yeah.
Does the thing.
Feed me that. Feed me that.
You're such a strong man.
Get the triceps in there, boy. Get him. Oh, man.
So that's the way you approach that. Julian, what's the next one here?
Love that. Next over here, we have never use expletives in a disagreement. When you're having a conversation with your significant other, you don't want to get to the point to where you're profane. You don't want to call names. You don't want to use the F-bombs, S-bombs, B-bombs. Don't do that. Why? Because it only elevates the level of anger in the other.
Right.
When you have an argument, it should be thought of more as a disagreement rather than an argument. Because an argument, you're more so just trying to win and hurt the other. It's more of a fight. Whereas in a disagreement, you try to get understanding and get on the same page to where you can agree. So when you're having a disagreement, you want to make sure that you're using words and respecting one another and using words that showcase that respect toward one another. There's no need for expletives whatsoever.
And if you're a Christian and you're truly following the Lord and you're filled with the Holy Spirit, I don't think expletives are the first thing that comes to your mind. Though if it does, there needs to be some self-control exercised. We're not all perfect. And, if a brick falls on your toe, you might throw something out there that you never said in your life. We get it. But if you are, really throwing out those expletives in the heat of an argument, you got to ask yourself, why am I getting so upset? And why am I getting so upset to the point of an expletive? Calm it down, tone it down, and just choose a different word. I love you, baby. You know what you gotta do? This is what you do. If you're about to yell, this is what you do, y'all. No, it's legit though, because words have power. The Bible says that, right? So if you're like, I hate this, I love you. I love you. And then storm out the room. Storm out the room. Slam the door, storm out the room, let those words be the last words, and then go and pray. I'm telling you right now, it's going to work.
There's a science to that, though, really. Like, there really is a power in words. It changes your hormones, depending on what you say.
So just say, I love you. You can scream it. You can say, I love you, and punch a wall. But just say the words, y'all. That's hilarious.
You're the love of my life. Oh man.
Oh my God.
So
I got a headache.
obviously,
My head hurts.
the next one is universally known. Everybody knows this. For the fellas, please do not tell your wife, no matter how honest she tells you to be with her, don't ever tell her she looks fat.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, Dax, why would it be a terrible idea for a man to ever tell his wife that she's fat?
Well, I think, Julian, that a woman, from what I understand, I think that a woman yearns for her man to be like, to give her that, baby, you look beautiful. You know, affirm to her that she is the most beautiful woman ever made, right? So, you know, even if your woman is a slightly bit, you know, overweight, you know, I'm trying to choose my words wisely here. It doesn't mean that you say, baby, you know, in that dress you look fat. You know, there's a better choice of words. Now, if your woman does give you the freedom to tell her the truth, okay, if a dress truly does make her look a little bit more overweight than other dresses, you know, then you have to, I think that you have to utilize that freedom very wisely, though, okay?
Yes.
Here's why. Because there might be one particular mood that she's in, that's a good mood, okay? We all have good moods, we all have bad moods, I get that. And maybe that mood in particular, she would have received that well. She's oh, glad, because I don't want to go out to this party tonight and look a little bit overweight because of the stinking dress. So, win, right? But let's say that she's not in a good mood. Let's say if she's yearning in a mood, she's yearning for you to just tell her that she looks beautiful. She doesn't really even care about you telling her. She doesn't care about if she looks fat or not. She just wants to be told she's beautiful. So you really have to exercise that freedom carefully, because if you exercise it in that mood, ain't gonna be too good for
Right now, you're gonna be clean on the couch.
So maybe what you want to do is just kind of like focus on, baby, let's go dress shopping. Let's go to the gym. Let's go. Hey, we got to work out a little bit, you know, because I'm looking a little chubby. Make it about you, y'all. Yeah. So then you have a little bit more freedom to choose your words wisely. No, I'm just kidding. But honestly, like focus more on letting your woman know that she is the apple of your eye. She's a diamond in the rough. She's the most gorgeous thing going. Baby, I love you. I love you. My love. I'm telling my girl right now over this podcast, you are beautiful. You are the most gorgeous woman walking this earth. God did a little something special when he created you, baby.
Oh,
okay?
that is sweet.
So that's what you got to do. And you do that as often as possible so that these times of baby don't look fat, she doesn't have to, you know, doubt that, you know, he never does tell me I look beautiful. Maybe I truly am fat. So you have to work into her, how she views herself. And man, you have the power to do that.
Number 4, never compare your spouse to someone of the same sex. In other words,
no, y'all don't do that.
never compare your man to another man. Never compare your woman to another woman. If I see my lady, and I have my lady here, and she's standing before me, and I say to her, baby, you looking better than name somebody that somebody likes. Who's somebody that everybody likes now?
Let's not even do that.
All right, so we're not even going to do that. Boom, we're not doing. You look better than such and such.
Right.
All right. That right there, I just degraded my woman. Why? Because in that moment, I placed her on the same playing field as every other woman in the world. When you're in a relationship, when you're with your woman, when you're with your spouse, she's the only woman that exists. So when you compliment her, the only thing that she's in competition with is the last compliment that you gave her. So next time you give her a compliment, it shouldn't be you look better than such and such. It should be, baby, remember that time when you came out and you was looking, let me tell you something. Today though, you are looking Number 5. Even if she likes it, don't tell her she looks better with makeup. I don't care if she likes to put it on, if she loves how she looks in makeup. Don't ever do that. Now, Dax, Yamelia likes to wear makeup. How do you make her feel special and comfortable in her own shoes without that?
Well, I hope I make her feel special and comfortable, or hope this makes her, like, as I say this. But the other day I told her she didn't have makeup on. Now, she is very cautious for me to see her without makeup, but I feel like that's every woman's, insecurity. So I told her, baby, listen, I love you with makeup, but I have to let you know something. I think that your natural beauty is better than when you wear makeup. Now, here's the thing, though. The reason I didn't say is also more beautiful, right? I didn't want to make it seem, now this is the way I handled it. I didn't want to make it seem that, you know, when she wears makeup, she doesn't look as good. That's not what I wanted to convey. I basically told her that in her natural beauty, she is gorgeous, and I prefer the natural. And I wanted her to feel, because women wear makeup sometimes not just to enlighten or improve their look. They're using it to hide what they feel is imperfect in them, right? They're using it to put on eyebrows. They're using it to remove acne. They're using it to raise their cheekbones or make them more prominent, right? All of that stuff. And I wanted her to know that that's all fine and well. And you do look gorgeous. You never look not beautiful to me. But when you have no makeup on, girl, you ain't got no flaws. Ooh. Everything gets more radiant.
Ooh.